last presenter, but certainly not our least presenter, Peter Kasper, founder and CEO, Terpli. That's Terply. Peter, please take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Let me just get everything set up real quick. You guys still see the page?
Yep, I see it.
Perfect. Shoot. So, hello everybody. My name is Peter Kasper, and I am in the problem-solving business. We're in an industry here where there are lots of problems that the average business doesn't face, but as an industry where every single statistic is telling us that the stats are booming. There's lots of money being made. There's also lots that's being lost. The federal government isn't in place. There's no right to use banks. You can't cross state lines. All things other businesses have, things that require us to be especially effective and efficient for bringing in new information and driving profit for businesses. Today, I'm happy to debut Terpli, my solution to some of these inefficiencies. Primarily, the fact that we understand little about how cannabis actually affects us. There's way more attention on the medicinal properties. Terpli is focusing here on the recreational properties. The issue for brands and producers primarily being the fact that they don't know who their customers are. Because when data stops at the point of sale, how can you understand what your actual consumer likes about the products that you're making? And the consumer can't predict product effects before purchase. Honestly, with the high price point of cannabis goods, this is an extremely frustrating situation because you can't return your products. And consumers deserve to have confidence with their purchases. And you might be asking, oh, but you already have indica, sativa, and hybrid for these labels. But according to a recent survey on LinkedIn conducted by Cody Peterson, a cannabis pharmacist that I'd recommend you follow, only 11% of individuals found these labels for indica and sativa to actually be helpful for determining what their products will do for them. And we continue to interview various users, cannabis enthusiasts, and repeatedly we found that product effects were the primary consideration, both when they were selecting products, as well as the main pain point over their cannabis journey, cost coming in second to that. When it came to the reliability of packaging information for determining these effects, on average, consumers rated it as a 2 out of 5. So we interviewed various brands to understand their process for diagnosing product effects. 86% of them said they relied on subjective experience for determining how to label this product for the rest of the market, which we know is flawed when you know that everybody's affected by cannabis uniquely, and everybody knows someone who's tried a product and decided it wasn't for them, when in reality, it probably just wasn't the right cannabis product for them. When we interviewed them to understand their feedback process as well, 50% said this process for getting feedback from the consumer was anecdotal at best. The other 50% said it was non-existent or too difficult to pay any mind to. The elegant solution for all this? Terpli, a free mobile app for consumers where they can get scientific product insights and community reviews to better help them with the product discovery process. You can see on the left side here, our first prototype of our product page detailing the terpene profile for this particular product. Additionally, users can get localized product suggestions and discounts from our partnered brands, retailers, and point of sale systems. Not to mention our integrated review system means that the more consumer reviews, the better the recommendations get over time. And this is something that they can take across markets as well. On the brand and producer side, you'll be able to get actionable customer and product insights, as well as product forecasting on the chemical analysis through a subscription data dashboard. Not to mention that we'll be offering enhanced ways to engage with our users through our affiliate and ad programs as well. And we're expecting this impact to be massive. Consumers now have support from the scientific and community level intel. They can get cheaper prices for their cannabis goods and purchase products with confidence. Retailers will be able to elevate their bud tenders to our bud tender platform and be able to help better market products efficiently and improve the overall patient outcome. And on the brand side, they finally get to understand who their target customer and market is so they can design the product that are fit for their target consumers and overall increase their customer loyalty. We believe this market opportunity is massive. With data sourced from MJBD for all the licensing information, we're projecting this to be almost $2 billion when you look at the entire US. It's almost $500 million when you narrow it down just to California. And with just our current capabilities for the Terpli team, we're projecting this to be a $10 million opportunity. The competition is also very fragmented. Currently, we have players like BDSA, Headset, Trees, Leafly, and Weedmaps who are providing out market intelligence, but are really stopping short when it comes to arming consumers with tools to take into a dispensary and look at the product they're holding in their hand. Relief and Lucid Green are the first ones that have consumer-facing applications, but they're either focused on the medicinal properties, they lack the personalization, or product recommendations from their previous usage. The way we operate is very simple as well. We analyze lab data from our partnered brands.
Lost access when I open up my.
Excuse me. We analyze lab data from our partnered brands, retailers, as well as lab integrators. We provide our product insights down for our consumers, incentivize a review system with discounts and deals, and then generate consumer insights, which we provide back to retailers and brands as our primary form of making money, our data subscription dashboard. They can now understand their customers and markets, evaluate different product trends, and access their very own lab testing data. Additionally, we'll have different streams where they can push product suggestions through a recommendation engine, as well as sponsor affiliate products and brands through our affiliate program. Financially, we're projecting to reach profitability between years 2 and 3, and have additionally laid out our CAC and LTV metrics down there below for you guys to review. The team that's bringing this together is myself, Peter Kasper, who has a background in applied mathematics and finance, finishing up my MBA from USC Marshall, and someone who has completely dedicated his career to the cannabis space. From founding and leading the Marshall Cannabis Industry Club, USC Marshall's first graduate level business of cannabis organization, to working at Trava Capital, a cannabis SPAC headed by James Parker, the former CFO of MedMen who took them public, who's now an advisor and one of our lead investors. We've also onboarded key hires here as well, from a branding and marketing perspective, as well as our front end and back end for product development, on top of a robust senior advisory team covering executives across the industry from Flower Hire, MedMen, and Acreage Holdings as well. Moving forward, we're seeking a $500,000 raise at an $8 million valuation, particularly from pre-seed and angel investors, and seeking out our brand and retail partnerships as well. This industry is rife with problems, but it doesn't have to be. Terpli is here to drive more efficiency into the marketplace. Thank you so much. Happy to take any questions.
Okay, anyone, questions? Who would like to lead off? Okay, Dr. John Thompson, go ahead, please.
Hello, sir. Great presentation. I love software. I think it's awesome. It's the future. Can you go over again with me what your revenue model is? How are you who's gonna pay for this service?
Absolutely. So primarily it's gonna be our brand and retail partners who will be subscribing to our dashboard, as well as utilizing our affiliate and ad programs as well.
Have you considered white labeling any of that? Would you do like a brand-based app?
So specifically just a brand?
Mm-hmm.
So we believe that would be kind of leveraging or wedging ourselves too closely into one corner of the market. This has the potential to reach every single market that has a legal cannabis market.
You can still aggregate the data though. You could still aggregate the data. I guess I'm just curious what your thoughts are on that.
A big issue for the consumer base that we've developed so far is access to other branded products. It can be too hard for a consumer, especially with how fragmented the market is and how many brands are on shelves, to only go to one particular product.
Judges? Anybody have any questions? If not, I could take one from the audience. This is a comment. This is a complicated and crowded space. How does your data collection relate / compete with other data groups like headset.io? 2 billion isn't a lot of TAM. I don't know what that stands for, with several competitors. I guess total access market. So
Yes. So primarily BDSA, headset, trees, all of those go to the point of sale. They stop at the retail level. So you can understand basket sizes, different consumer preferences for what they're purchasing, but we have no idea how people are actually engaging and interacting with these products, what they're actually recommending, how they're feeling as a matter of fact afterwards. Brands need to design products for their consumers, not for their bottom line. Designing it for the consumers first helps the bottom line, but you can't use operational efficiency to drive your impact for consumers.
You know, I wish that I was an investor judge because my background is software and I'd love to ask you questions, but not this time. So
Maybe
judges,
offline.
yeah, offline. Judges, anybody have any questions? Okay, well, I think we can then wrap that up for now, Peter. I like your presentation, and just talking to you, I could feel my IQ going up. I'm used to working with people a lot smarter than myself, and having spent many years in software, all I can say is that this is interesting. So we're going to wrap it up now. Thank you, Peter.